Good afternoon, students. Let us continue the topic application of derivative. Last time we have done how to find out local maxima minima and absolute maxima minima using differentiation. Now today I am going to introduce the questions of exercise 6.5. The very first question of this exercise is find the maximum and the minimum value, if any, of the following function without using derivative. This type of question can be asked in 1 marks question. We have to find out the maximum and the minimum value without using derivative. Now the function is given fx equal to 2x minus 1 whole square plus 3. Now we have to find out the maximum and the minimum value of this function. Now we know that as 2x minus 1 whole square, being square, it is always greater than equal to 0. Therefore, this value is always greater than equal to 0. It can have any value. Therefore, we can say the minimum value of fx is 3, because this value may be minimum value of this will be 0. Otherwise, it is what? Greater than 0. So, as 2x minus 1 whole square, being square, it is greater than equal to 0. Therefore, the minimum value of fx is 3 and maximum value cannot be defined, because the value of this will be changed and the value of fx will be changed. It can goes up to infinity. So, we can say the maximum value of fx cannot be defined. Now, let us say another question, gx equal to x cube plus 1, where x belongs to r, because all these are real valued function. Now x belongs to r, therefore x cube can have any value between minus infinity to infinity. Therefore again we can say maximum and minimum value cannot be defined, because x cube may be positive, it may be negative, it may be 0. So therefore we can say maximum and minimum value cannot be defined. Let us take another question, fx equal to modulus of x plus 2 minus 1. Now we know that modulus of x plus 2, being always positive. So therefore the minimum value of this is minus 1 and maximum value does not exist, because the value of this will always change. It can have any positive value. So we can say the minimum value is minus 1 and maximum value does not exist. Let us see the trigonometrical function hx equal to sine 2x plus 5. Again we have to tell its maximum and the minimum value, if any. Now we know that sine 2x always lies between minus 1 to 1. But we want here sine 2x plus 5. Now adding 5 to this inequality, we are getting here 4 less than equal to, this is the what? Hx less than equal to 6. From the, it means hx lies between 4 and 6. So we can say the maximum value of hx is 6 and minimum value of hx equal to 4. Now function is fx equal to modulus of sin x plus 3. Again the question will be started in the same manner. We know sin 4x always lies between 1 and minus 1. Now we know we want sin 4x plus 3. Then adding 3 to this inequality, you are getting here 3 minus 1, 2 less than equal to sine 4x plus 3 less than equal to 1 plus 3, 4. Now taking modulus, we are having modulus of 2 less than equal to modulus of this less than equal to modulus of 4. Now modulus of 2 is 2 and modulus of 4 is 4. Therefore we can say the minimum value of our function is 2 and maximum value of a function is 4. This is the way to find out the maximum and the minimum value of the given function without using derivative. Now one more question is here. Let hx equal to x plus 1. X belongs to minus 1 to 1. It is given in the question. Now again we have to find out its maximum and the minimum value. Now x lies between minus 1 to 1, it is given in the question. So I can write minus 1 less than x less than 1. But we want x plus 1. then adding 1 to this inequality, it becomes minus 1 plus 1, less than x plus 1, less than 1 plus 1. So it means hx lies between 0 and 2. Now the sign of inequality is not there. We know hx lies between 0 and 2. It is an open interval. So we can say maximum and the minimum value cannot exist. Now again come back to the question of local maxima and local minima. It is a very much important topic. Now here gx equal to x by 2 plus 2 upon x, x greater than 0, it is given in the question. We have to find out its local maxima and local minimum value. Let us using differentiation now we have to done. If it is mentioned without using derivative, then you have to opt the previous method. Otherwise always you have to do it by what? Using differentiation. Then same steps will be repeated as in the question of the last lecture. Now g dash x is 1 by 2 minus 2 upon x square. Put g dash x equal to 0. When putting it equal to 0, simplifying it, I am getting x square equal to 4. This implies x equal to plus minus 2. But it is given x greater than 0. Therefore rejecting the negative value. So we are having only x equal to 2. Now again find out the second derivative. G double dash x is equal to derivative of this is 0 plus 4 upon x cube. Now here when x equal to 2, g double dash 2 equal to, because the critical point is only x equal to 2. Then finding the second derivative at this critical point, we are getting the second derivative is 1 by 2. It is what? Positive. Therefore we can say x equal to 2 is a point of local minima, and local minimum value is equal to g of 2. If it is g, then we have to mention it g of 2. Putting x equal to 2, 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2 equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So we are having only one critical point. So we are having only one local minimum value of the function. Local maximum does not exist. Now here let us see another question. Fx equal to e raised to power x. Now f dash x equal to e raised to power x, and it is always greater than 0. It cannot be equal to 0 for any value of x, because e is an what? Irrational number. Value of e is what? 2 point something. So therefore f dash x can never be equal to 0. It is always greater than 0. Therefore no critical point exists. If no critical point is existing, so we can say fx does not have maximum or minimum value. Now again coming to this question, fx equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Again heading is we have to find out local maximum and minimum value if it exists. Again f dash x equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Putting f dash x equal to 0 and solving this equation, we are getting the value of x equal to minus 1 plus minus under root minus 2 by 3. Now the critical value of x are imaginary, and our function is what? Real valued function. So therefore the critical value of x are imaginary. Hence there is neither maximum or minimum value, because the critical point is not existing. So we can't have maximum or the minimum value of the given function. Now the question number 5 is find the absolute maximum and minimum value of the function fx equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 3, where x belongs to this closed interval. Now we have to find out absolute maximum and minimum value, or you can say we have to find out maximum and the minimum value. Local word is not there. Now be carefully, don't get confused. Now we have to tell absolute maximum or the minimum value. How to do the question? Now fx equal to this, finding its derivative f dash x equal to 2 into x minus 1. Then putting f dash x equal to 0, we are getting here x equal to 1, and this value must belong to the given interval. If does not belong, we will reject it. But this is belonging to the this closed interval. Now here we have to find out the absolute maximum minimum value. We will make this table and getting all the values of x, extreme values, and as well as the critical points. We are having only two values, one is -3, another is 1. 1 is also extreme value. Therefore x equal to -3 and x equal to 1. At these two values we will find out the value of what? Fx. Putting x equal to -3, we are getting fx equal to 19. Putting x equal to 1, we are getting fx equal to 3. Now we see in the table which one is the maximum. It means this is maximum, this is minimum. Therefore absolute maximum value of the function is 19 at x equal to -3, and absolute minimum value of the function is 3 at x equal to 1. Now let us take the similar question. Again the heading is same. We have to find out absolute maximum and the minimum value. Fx equal to sin x plus cos x. X belongs to 0 pi. Now again f dash x, cos x minus sin x. Putting f dash x equal to 0, this implies cos x minus sin x equal to 0. This can be written as cos x equal to sin x. Then converting it into the single ratio, we are getting this implies tan x equal to 1. Tan x equal to 1, and our x belongs to this interval. Only we are having one positive value in this interval, that is what? Tan x equal to tan pi by 4. So this implies x equal to pi by 4 belonging to this interval. Now we have to again find out the absolute maximum and minimum value. You will make the table taking all the extreme values and the critical value. Now extreme values are 0 and pi, and critical value is x equal to pi by 4. Taking all the three values and finding the value of the function at this point. Putting first x equal to 0, we are having fx equal to 1. Putting x equal to pi by 4, it is 1 by under root 2 plus 1 by under root 2. Simplifying, we are having under root 2. Then putting x equal to pi, sin pi is 0, cos pi is -1. So now we are having these three values. Now we should compare which one is maximum. This is maximum and this is minimum. Therefore the maximum value of the function is at x equal to pi by 4 equal to under root 2, and minimum value of the function is -1 at x equal to x equal to pi. Here should be x equal to pi. Just make the correction. Minimum value of fx equal to -1 at x equal to pi. Now here again the question is here. Find the maximum value of this in this interval and also find maximum value of the same function in this interval. Now fx equal to given this, again we have to find out f dash x is equal to 6x square minus 24. Then putting f dash x equal to 0, we are getting x equal to plus -2. First we have to take on this interval. Only x equal to 2 is belong for this interval. Only x equal to 2 is belonging to this interval. So we are having three values, 1, 2 and 3. We will find out the value of fx at this point. Therefore we have to tell only the maximum value. Maximum value of the function is what? 89 at x equal to 3. Again we have to find out, take the same function, we have to find out the maximum value in this interval. Now the critical value will remain the same. Now here in this interval, -2 belonging to this interval. So we have to take three values, -3, -2 and -1. And again finding the value of fx all these 3 points. Then comparing maximum value of fx is what? 139.